What's good, guys? I told you I was going to make up for reviewing that crappy Rasasi Hawass Fire video. I try to cover everything that I wear, and I do love my cheapies, but if they're not good, I'm going to call them out. So I thought I'd come back with something that I thought was good from one of my favorite houses, from the house of Creed. The fragrance I'm talking about is, of course, Creed Absolu Aventus, and if you've seen a couple of previous videos, yes, before the release and even after, I did troll the reviewers of this community, they're calling themselves reviewers. I had a good laugh at their expense because one of the things I found ridiculous is people that don't really know much about or even care about Creed, but they care about making videos about Creed and getting the clicks and views because it's the latest release. They run out to get their decant, and of course they're going to crap on it because it's much easier to crap on it than actually go spend, I believe these are $400. So I just laughed at how excited they were about a fragrance they had zero intention of buying, zero intention of giving a chance or even liking. Lazy reviewers comparing it to Dior Sauvage. It's a Dior Sauvage Creed Aventus mix, and never having even taken a whiff or a sniff of the fragrance. Of course, I'm going to laugh at them and troll them. They're idiots. It's absolute nonsense. But spoiler alert, do I like this fragrance? I mean, the proof is in the pudding. This is the initial release Creed. I have a tester of the triple aged batch, which, by the way, smells exactly the same. Don't believe these idiots and their placebo effect. Ooh, I can smell the differences. No, you can't, because they're the same damn fragrance. And look, don't tell Robes08 this, right? Because I got the bottle that I paid for, and I got the tester that I paid for. Uh-oh. I got this bottle for free. That's right. Suck it, decant reviewers. Kissing butt, hoping for that free bottle that they'll never get. Who the hell would give a full bottle, full presentation to somebody that reviews decants, to an audience that only buys decants? I don't know, but yeah, I guess I'm a member of the free bottle brigade. I promise you, this does not affect what I smell, or the fact that I purchased 2 bottles at $400 should tell you that my opinion was already made up. But I'm glad to have this free extra tester bottle. I actually love this fragrance profile, and I have clones. I have the twists, the Rasasi Black, the Armoff Precio, and those are good in their own way. But if you want a good clone of this, if you don't want to spend $400, then I got you covered. I got what, in my opinion, is the best clone of this fragrance. It's from Sensual Obsessions. It's called Absolute King, and I have 3 bottles of it. 3 bottles of the OG, the Creed Absolu Aventus, and I still went and bought, I think this is a 50 ml bottle, 30 ml. It's a 30 ml bottle of the clone because I don't want to make a bunch of decants. I'd rather just carry this around with me. It's a very good inspiration, representation of Creed Aventus Absolu. I can't speak highly enough of this clone. It's really that good. So if you want to spend 40 instead of 400, here it is. Not these twists and the other things that smell like it. This gets you damn close. But back to this fragrance. It's a great fragrance. I'm a big fan of the House of Creed. I don't think this is the best smelling thing Creed has made. Have a much higher opinion of Royal Oud, of Creed Viking, Virgin Island Water. I do like the fragrance, but not a huge fan of Green Irish Tweed. But yeah, but when it comes down to it, if I could only wear one fragrance from the House of Creed, it would be this. And the reason why it's this and not Creed Viking or Virgin Island Water is because I don't think I could wear Creed Viking. Well, I could. I mean, I do. But I think this does better in colder weather. I don't think Virgin Island water is as amazing as it is. I don't think that's a scent that I would wear every day. You know, Millesime Imperial, that's more of a summer scent. This is a signature scent. This is a daily driver. So while it's not the best, it's not a 10 out of 10, somebody that just wants a good, clean, classy fragrance, they can't go wrong with Absolu Aventus. What does it smell like? Listen, people, a lot of these reviewers, they're telling you what Creed Aventus smells like, but they really don't know. They've smelled a decant once, many years ago, and then they've smelled clone after twist after clone, and watched review after review like a game of telephone. And now there's this kind of, caricature of what Creed Aventus is. And what it actually is gets lost. I mean, the way they describe it, sometimes, like, these guys are reaching far back for like old reviews from old vintage Creed guys. Like, oh, this smoky birch. I'm going to tell you something. You go out right now, you buy Creed Aventus. It's pineapple, it's rose, some vanilla, some sandalwood, and some ambergris. A touch of birch. This smokiness they describe, that's long gone. You better go find yourself I don't even know what it is, the quadruple Z batch or whatever the hell it was. That's not what Creed smells like. It doesn't. That Club de Nuit garbage. No, just throw that away. And this smells like what they're describing, what they think Creed Aventus smells like. It's darker, it's smokier, it opens up with some juicy citrus that kind of resembles a bit like pineapple, but it's a bunch of citrus. Let me pull up the notes. Grapefruit, bergamot, and pineapple. There's a freshness of pink pepper, a little bit of that beautiful black currant, a zestiness of ginger with a smoothness of nutmeg, but the star of the show here is the clove. I mean, I don't hear a lot of people comparing it to Creed Viking, but this kind of does a little bit of what Creed Viking does, but with just a freshness combined and blended pretty smoothly with a little bit of darkness, a little bit of spiciness from the patchouli, and some masculinity with some vetiver and oak moss. It doesn't have quite that same ambergris magic that some of the Creeds have, but it has a touch of ambroxan. It's not overkill like a Dior Sauvage. Stop comparing it to Dior Sauvage. Dior Sauvage, especially the elixir, it's so lavender heavy. I love that fragrance as well, but this ain't that. This is kind of what you're looking for in Dior Sauvage Elixir, but for more of a classy, not old, but older gentleman, maybe late 20s, early 30s and up. I could see somebody that doesn't have a lot of fragrances that wants something nice that just gets this and calls it a day. I mean, wears it, every day or most days. I mean, let's get into the projection and performance. I mean, there's kind of a trade-off when you have a natural, higher quality smell. It's not some insanely high quality smell. It trust me, I get it. It's a $400 fragrance. The ingredient quality isn't out of this world, but it's pretty good and it's pretty well blended. So with that being said, projection and performance, it's moderate. You get about 7 hours out of it. It's going off my skin pretty good right now, and it's a good 7 hours. It just doesn't immediately die off into a skin scent. You get a good 7 hours out of it. Like I said, this is what I got to refresh with. And the main thing that a lot of people, from the brokies to the collectors like me, are going to talk about, and I'm going to talk about it, it's the price. It's expensive. I wouldn't have a problem with the price if it came in a 100 ml bottle Because when you come in a 75 ml bottle and I have to buy two, now we're talking like $700-800. No, the price is definitely an issue. But what are you going to do? If you want a Creed, you got to pay the cost to be the boss. My money ain't your money. This guy's money ain't my money. Like, we all got to do what we got to do. We all got to fit things in our own budget. But I know the value of $1. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you $400. Go ahead and blow that on this. Nah, I think it's a little overpriced. Things are worth what you'll pay for them. And me personally, I had no problem buying two. It was a kind of a kick in the nuts to do so, but I did buy two, and I got the free one. But yeah, I love me some Creed Absolu. I mean, I have so much of this scent profile. I have these 3 bottles, and all the twists, and I have a clone, and I've tried other clones. I had that cologne podcast clone. I can't get enough of this stuff. So I'm gonna give it a score, and I don't think anybody's gonna be happy with this score. I don't think the Brokies are gonna be happy with this score. I don't think the Creed heads are gonna be happy with this score. I don't think the vintage guys are gonna be happy with this score. I don't know who's gonna be happy with this score. But I'm gonna give Creed Absolu Aventus a 9 out of 10. It's a really good, solid, daily driver. A masculine signature scent that is still overpriced. I mean, yes, it's a Benz, it's a BMW, but it comes at Bentley and Rolls-Royce prices. So be armed with this knowledge and then look at your bank account and decide if it's worth it to you. That's all I got for you guys today. If you guys love Creed and you guys love Absolu Aventus, let me know in the comment section. If you hate it and think it's absolute stink water, go ahead and let me know in the comment section. Well, I have an attachment to this fragrance. I promise you guys, it's not going to bother me if you hate the fragrance. It's all smelly water at the end of the day. Thank you guys for watching.